Welcome to the Rich Flow of Life podcast. Join Valerie Kanay, the award-winning authority author, as she takes you on a journey for your personal evolution. Valerie Kanay talks to enlightened featured guests who hold the keys to unlock your unique life situation. They each bring to the table their very powerful personal spin to inspire and empower you to learn to step up your game into the rich flow of life.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Valerie Kanay, and today's featured guest is Rod Fifth, who I am so proud, pleased, honored, and excited to have joining us today. You see, Rod is the founder and the president of the Association of Vacation Rental Operators and Affiliates, more commonly known as AVROA, AVROA. And AVROA has been supporting vacation rental owners, managers, and their guests since 2011. Rod advocates whether you are a vacation rental owner, run a B&B, rent a villa, or run a local property management company, you have a different relationship with your guests than, say, whether you are a larger or hotel chain. Therefore, it is AVROA's mission to be the place where owners, managers, and companies affiliated with vacation rentals can connect and take advantage of the benefits that very naturally occur when people and organizations work together. So listen now, folks, I'm going to tell you, this is going to be real heavy duty now, because there's been some huge upheaval in the vacation rental industry in the last several years, as technology had made it easier to locate and reserve vacation rentals on the internet. Oh, yes. The result has been the public embracing the idea of renting a vacation rental instead of a hotel room for their family's vacation. All of this has drawn attention of the large online reservation marketplaces like Expedia, TripAdvisor, and Priceline as they look for ways to profit from this emerging market. And Rod tells me that we're going to talk about the opportunities as well as the challenges that this new technology has brought to the industry and the impact of the big players like Expedia, who did just recently purchase the popular vacation rental website Home Away for $3.9 billion. And on that note, welcome, Rod, to the program.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, Rod. So it's so nice to have you. And just tell us, what is AVROA? How, what, where, and why? Give us some background on this, please.
All right. Well, AVROA is an association whose goal is to support vacation rental owners, managers, and affiliated companies in the vacation rental industry. And we do that through support programs, education, research, and advocacy. Basically, what's happening today, and I know we're going to be talking about this a little bit, but technology has changed, as you said, the vacation rental marketplace dramatically over the last several years. And not only has it brought in these large marketplaces like that you were talking about, like Expedia and everything else, but it's also brought in the ability for vacation rental owners and managers to connect themselves. You know, before the internet, vacation rental owners are a very, very widely dispersed group, and it's very hard for them to connect. So there has never been any organization up until this time for owners and many managers. And so what we're doing, and you might not know this, but there's well over a million vacation rental owners throughout the world.
Wow. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once we all get together, we have the potential of being 3 times the size of the United Auto Workers. And you can imagine what the power of people coming together, of our membership would have in our ability to negotiate pricing, advocate for our members, do research and things of that nature. So that's what AVROA is all about. Yeah, it's really exciting to be here. It's not too often in somebody's lifetime where they have an opportunity to do something really good that can help a lot of people for a long time. So it's a great time to be at AVROA.
Wonderful. Sounds amazing too. So what is the impact of these big players coming into the marketplace? I really want to shine some light on that. What is, the impact?
Well, it's really about technology and the internet. And as you said earlier, the ability to make the ability for guests to find vacation rentals that before it was very difficult to find because there was no way to communicate. Well, what's happened is that these large companies have seen this opportunity. Small little websites have grown into these massive platforms, big money, and they've thrown the market out of balance. Basically, what you have now is you have a handful of large companies that are dominating the market. They know they're in that position. And they're using their position of power right now to leverage the market, to change the way that owners, managers, and guests connect with each other and how much they have to pay for that privilege.
I see. So what's happening here, Rod? Is the smaller guy being squeezed out? That's what's going on? Or what's the real...
There's a real threat out there that many people are either going to leave the business or be thrown out of the business because, but there's good news. And that's very important because this is what AVROA is all about. You know, what these large marketplaces are doing right now is they're saying, listen, we're the only players in town. If you want to market your properties, you're going to have to play with us and we're going to charge you and your guests for the opportunity.
Okay.
But in the same sense, as they raise their prices like that, they're making themselves vulnerable to low-cost providers like AVROA as an association. They're actually vacating. They're actually abdicating, leaving the marketplace that's made vacation rentals successful in the past. And so that's what AVROA is going to do, is give owners and managers an alternative place to market their properties.
Okay. And I know, like you in your website, and like you told me before yourself, that the strength is in the membership.
That's right.
In the membership. You know, that's the way you're going to gain the better pricing, favorable pricing, the goods, the services that you're already paying for. And so when you come together, you can negotiate better, and then you have things put in place to where that's taken care of, right?
That's right. And companies, large companies across the world are recognizing the potential of AVROA because they know if magically we all came together today, we would be, as I say, a very large organization with a lot of money to impact the market.
So what do you see in the future for the vacation rental industry with all this going on all at the same time? It seems like it's a massive, explosive type of thing. So what does the future hold for the vacation rental industry?
Well, you're exactly right. This thing exploded up over the last 5 or 6 years. And what you're going to see, I think, over the next couple of years is a lot of consolidation. There's two things that you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of companies that are bought by a lot of other companies as they get bigger and bigger. And then what you're also going to see is organizations like AVROA become major players in the market because it's like any other marketplace. You can't go out there and raise your prices and put fees in place and not expect that competitors are going to come in with lower cost models. What AVROA eventually will be is like a cooperative for farmers and grain elevators and things of that nature. We'll be the place where guests will be able to come and reserve the same property for probably 15% less than what they would do if they went to a large marketplace. But you're going to be seeing a lot of changes. A lot of players are either going to be consumed by other players or they're going to be leaving the market. There's going to be some adjustments coming over the next couple of years.
Wow, that's so incredible. So with AVROA being the ones that support the owners and the managers, how can they know that it's time for them to get on board with you? What are some of the things that they can look at and say, hey, it's time for me to join in? Can you give me a little feedback on that?
I'll tell you what, I think it's funny because I think most of them already know that it's time to get on board.
Okay.
There's been a lot of changes just in the last several months in the marketplace where fees have been imposed on owners and managers and their guests. And there's been some very hard lines drawn by these large marketplaces. And I think the thing now is owners and managers are looking for AVROA. They just don't know where it is yet. They know that things are not going to get any better unless they get organized. And they're just looking for that place. So that's the reason why I appreciate you taking a moment to talk to us, because I want people to understand that avroa.org is out there. We know what you folks are going through right now. These are cloudy days, but believe me, all we have to do is come together and we can solve these problems. Mm-hmm.
So for the one that's listening, Rod, a lot of people at certain points in their lives, they can be very stubborn, bullheaded, in fact. And they can say, well, that sounds good for them. but I'm going to stay out here and try to wing it on my own. What do you say for that type of individual or organization or manager or operator? What do you say for that? So for the one that says, I'm going to go ahead and keep winging it on my own.
Well, as an association, our job is to support your business, not to tell you how to run it. So, we will always be available. The door will always be available to everybody. And we're not supposed to replace these large marketplaces. AVROA's intent is not to be have the same role as the primary place for your business. What we want to do is connect all different marketplaces. The day will come when AVROA will have a cafeteria plan of all these different places that owners and managers can market their properties, and they will be able to select the combination of markets that they want to use that they think is best for them.
Okay. So you can still relatively hold your own independence, run your place to your likings. It's not like a standard where you have to do this. You're not going to, like you say, take over the way they operate. They're going to still have their own independence to run their place the way they want to, right?
Absolutely. And if you go to our website, www.avroa.org, we're not com, we're ORG. But if you go there and you read our mission statement, you'll see that that's one of the primary tenets of our mission statement, is that it is not our job to tell our members how to run their business. Our job is to help support their business.
That's right. And work together
That's right.
that everything works for the greater good. So, Ron, this has just been incredible to find out and know, because I'm not really part of the industry, so it's news to me. I had no idea that this kind of thing was going on in you guys' industry, so it's just really incredible to find out about and shed some light on it so that people can now take action that is involved in the industry and know that you don't have to be out there on your own. Like you say, they're struggling, they're being hit every which way, to and fro, and so now you have a solution.
Yeah, people are scared, and it's important to get the message out that it's going. I know it's scary, but good news is on the way. Good
news is on the way. So with that being said, I want to give you this opportunity now to let people know how they can become a contributor or a supporter or part of AVROA. So do that now, Rod, and give us your final thoughts. Right.
Well, I invite everybody to visit our website at www.avroa.org. There you can learn a lot about our programs. It's important for everybody to understand that we're an association. We're not a property listing service like Expedia or Priceline or something like that. We have many programs that are designed to support the independence of vacation rental owners and managers. And I invite you to go to our website and see and learn about all the programs that we have in place. We're actually launching a school, the AVROA Academy, this year.
Wow.
Which will be a repository of knowledge for owners and managers, because as all this technology comes around, our job is to interpret that in technology and make it available to our members. So memberships are available for owners and managers. It's very easy to do. There's just a big blue button that says join us. And I invite everybody to do just that, because the more people that we come together, every time a new member joins AVROA, we get a little bit stronger and a little bit closer to reaching our goal of owner and manager independence.
Wonderful. And then you were telling me a little bit earlier, okay, so the Academy, that's really good. And so, I like that. And I just want to ask a question about the Academy. Who is that for exactly? What type of person would be a prime candidate for the Academy?
Well, the Academy is designed for individual owners and managers as well, to give them the information that they need to run their businesses. We talk about this technology. There's things out there that people have never heard of before, channel managers and what do they call it, dynamic pricing and things of this nature. What is the best way to present your properties? How do you use social media? This was a very quaint, quiet business back in the 60s is now a dynamic business that has to embrace technology. And there's a huge learning curve. In fact, it's intimidating to many people when they get into this business to find out the things that they have to learn.
Wow. And that could be part of the pressure too, Rod. Don't you think that sometimes when people are overwhelmed, they just are inactive. They won't make that move forward because they're just afraid. It's intimidating,
Absolutely. We talk about learning curves at AVROA and how we can help people, because they look at the situation that they're in. They look at all the things that they have to manage. If suddenly they realize what they have to manage, and it's so overwhelming that they just, as you say, they sort of freeze. And that's just because they don't have any help. And it's not as hard as it seems, but when it all comes to you at one time, it can be very overwhelming.
Wow. So you're there, Rod, for the support of the owners and the managers and the likes. And I just think it's really marvelous that you've put down the work to make it so available to where people have a go-to place.
Oh, it's great work. Yes. I really love what we're doing over here. We're going to have a lot of people for a very long time. It's
right.
Fun stuff.
It's much needed in the industry, and there's a go-to place, and you're the lead in that. And so I guess the final thing is that you're just not out here alone, just hanging like a thither on a string out here. You now have a home base where you can go and network and become part of. So I just want you to give one more time, Rod, the contact information, because we spoke about that a while back. Twice is always good.
Okay. Yes, I invite everybody to visit us at our website at www.avroa.org. And you'll get a lot of information about many of the programs we have, just like the Academy and our chapter program. We have property certification, which is a program that's designed to fight scams. We have a full-blown property listing service that will stand up against any global platform out there. We have a lot of programs out there to help owners and managers, and it's very inexpensive to join. So I look forward to everybody visiting us and seeing what we have to offer.
Awesome. Wonderful. And what about you, Rob? Are you available for contact as well, or is there some?
Absolutely. That's part of our culture at AVROA. The whole vacation rental industry, the tradition of it is the communication between owner and guest. And that is the culture that we have to have at this association, as well as when somebody has a question, we need a person there to answer. That needs to be integrated into our culture, that we care. If you can't be here unless you really love this business. So if somebody needs to reach me directly, I invite them to do that. You can always reach me at rodfitz@avroa.org. I'm always available.
All right. You was available for me. I really appreciate it, because Marie was like, you have got to talk to Rod. I said, well, I must talk to Rod. And so I'm so glad we made a connection and had a chance to bring this beautiful industry to light and to shed out and about what's going on in the industry, and let people know that they have a way to hook in and get the support that they need, these owners and managers and the likes. So, Rod, I really want to thank you. I don't take lightly that you took your time out to be with us and share in this great, phenomenal way. And I want to say that I love you dearly, and thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for having me here. It was a pleasure.
All right, Rod. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You have been listening to the Rich Flow of Life podcast with host Valerie Kanay. We're most appreciative you took the time to be with us, and thank you. For more action, go subscribe to Valerie Kanay Talks YouTube channel and like us on Facebook at Valerie Kanay Talks, and follow us on Twitter at Valerie Kanay. Until next time, we love ya.